Welcome back, folks, to Tales of Equestria, the Crystal Book and Black Coin. I'm your host and DM, Lord Lucan. What episode is this? Episode 12? 13?
I lost track.
Yeah, I've lost track too. I should have looked. Athena, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and who are you playing as?
Well, I am playing the character of Pinnacle, and of course, always having a fun time exploring, seeing new things, getting to the ends of the earth, such as the native lands, currently trying to determine course of action, wandering around Ponyville. It's been quite exciting so far in terms of the things we have and have not actually managed to accomplish. So, onward ho.
Elf Gamer, you're up next.
Hi, my name is Storm Elf Gamer, also known as Neto, and I am playing Olska, the zebra of Almighty from the north. I'm brave and mighty, but separated from the party at this point because I went to Sugarcube Corner and met with a greed demon, but kind of still refusing on the part of dealing with greed, so yeah. That's all for me.
Christopher.
I am Fabio, a young adult male unicorn. I just he enjoys prancing around in a tutu. He was a student of Hoofer Steps dance class in Ponyville and was good friends with Tender Taps. And with his cheerful, positive, welcoming attitude, he hopes to be the princess of ballet someday. Until then, he's helping his friends deal with the darkness that has plagued Equestria.
Excellent. Andrew.
I'm playing a Bridehorn, a unicorn with skills and a desire to do good. He came to the school of French to better himself. Also, he could help others.
And Geobreaker.
Hello, I'm named Geobreaker. I'm playing a lightning-charged Pegasus known as Lucky Sparks. She's always wanted to help her friends and anyone who's in need, and she likes flying around at pretty high speeds, and well, always willing to help when she can at her best.
Excellent. Who can tell me what happened last time? Does anybody remember?
Mostly we talked to the tree, and having gotten done with that and asking all of our questions, getting various things worked out, we acquired the crystal book and ended up back in Ponyville, where we have effectively been wandering around for a while, talking to different groups and organizations, trying to figure out exactly what's going on, to decide on a course of action, and to deal with the fact that for some reason Twilight and company, or basically everyone we trusted, are now making a deal with the devil of sorts, having actually brought in Despair as a collaborator.
And to make matters worse, we took a visit to the Flim Flam supermarket and discovered that they are using their usual song and dance routine to effectively lure customers into their web of greed and selfish money-making schemes.
Yeah, and then also, while we were with that spirit, we found out that, well, Olska might be possibly hiding one of the element of disharmony in her, and, well, in her, but is trying her best to fight it off.
I think that's somewhat. I think that's correct.
Which, so far, Oscar's doing a pretty good job at it.
He's stronger than you think.
Yeah, much stronger.
Anything else to add?
I think that's pretty good.
We know where to go. All right, for the next item, we need the Sea of Clouds, which
Which you have to. Oh, sorry.
is south of, which is far to the south. Near.
Pyramid.
I bring up the map.
Pretty much, the next thing we need is far to the south, beyond the desert.
So if you look at the map, you guys are currently in Equestria, which is almost dead center of the map. It's a little bit to the north. You need to head down towards the Sea of Clouds, of which an artifact can be the catalyst in which the Black Coin and Crystal Book can be used to defeat greed.
Yep.
We open up the scene. Does anybody have anything else to add?
But in order to get this catalyst and to get to the Sea of Clouds, we pretty much need to go far past the desert. Which might get pretty tough.
Does anybody have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
So we open up the scene, right? Where we have everybody except Oscar, who's currently speaking to Sunburst about the current situation. Sunburst looks at you guys and says, "Okay, well, what are you guys going to do next?"
Oh, well, we're probably going to go and find some transportation. We need to get over to that cloud as soon as possible at this point.
Sunburst nods his head in agreement.
Hopefully any loose ends here won't be too severe. How's the demon been behaving?
He's talking my ear off, always saying that he's looking for coins. I've entertained him multiple times with like random and ancient and powerful coins, but he doesn't seem to be interested in any of them, which is kind of weird. You'd think that he would want them.
At
Maybe
this
he's
point,
looking for the black coin.
Yeah,
I'm reasonably sure there's exactly one coin that it wants.
I think he might be looking for a certain black type of coin.
Well, hopefully that's been lost to history and nobody's found it.
There's a problem with that.
Well,
And that problem is, it isn't lost. We know where it is.
Oh? Where is it?
Yeah, anybody want to show him?
We have it.
oh boy, can I face huff?
So here's the question. Do you show Sunburst the black coin?
I do not. A bit. I've taken pains so far not to show it to anyone, to bring it out, make use of it, or otherwise reveal its existence in our possession. We don't need that kind of attention.
By the way, the black coin has not been completely identified.
Yes, we should go through our attempts this session, I suppose, trying to figure that out.
I mean, it would be very useful. A helpful suggestion would be going to the library and looking up stuff. You also can get assistance from Sunburst, but he can only help one pony attempt to
Yes,
identify
but
something.
all those bonuses still only get us to 20, yes?
Correct, yes.
So it is of no advantage at this point.
Well, for some. Not necessarily everybody. So if you have a 12 in mind, you can now get up to 20 if you go to the library or ask Professor Sunburst to help you.
We also need to determine the full potential of the crystal book.
Hint, hint. Nudge, nudge, poke, poke.
I'm
Alright.
going to give it a try.
Well, we've got Sunburst here. Let's go through an identification attempt then.
Okay, who is he helping to help identify?
I have a mind of 12.
Excellent. Tell me how you're investigating what item. You have lots of items to look through.
No doubt.
A friendly reminder, you can also spend 3 tokens of friendship to automatically succeed.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Might be worth it at this point for at least one of the crystal book or black coin items.
Actually, since the mysterious armor hasn't been actually, since none of it's been
No,
discovered,
Yep.
how about we get some of that filled out on the armor?
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a mind as you attempt to identify this magical armor. This armor has a midnight sky, morning sun, and twilight evening depiction upon it. How strange is this armor? The armor reflects...
Roll 1d20, right?
That's correct. Roll your mind. I believe Professor Sunburst is helping you.
Oh, so roll mind. Okay.
You get an upgrade to your mind.
Okay.
20,
Upgrade 1.
20, natural 20. Nope.
Well, shoot.
Well, you don't break it. This object is mysterious. It's mysterious armor for a reason.
Well, I, for one, would like to ask Professor Sunburst to help determine what is the full potential of the crystal book.
Is he assisting you or what?
I will spend 3 friendship tokens to get an automatic success on my mind check, which is currently a D12.
So I would recommend rolling first and then spending it. You might get a 20. So roll first and then spend. Yep.
So upgrade 1 step and then roll.
Correct. Yes.
Done.
Yeah, you're probably going to need to spend it. Okay.
I will spend to determine what this book is fully capable of.
Excellent. You spend your 3 tokens of friendship. You find out this is a very, very powerful item.
Actually, there's another item I want to fully check.
And save. Show players. There we go.
Oh wait, so D20, DC20. This is the what? This is the
This is the Book of Harmony. Once per game, a player may read from the crystal book, which requiring an inspiring phrase, saying, speaking, or quoting with an uplift from the player. Everyone at the table who must be present at the game gains 1 token of friendship. Well, that is very, very fascinating, and I feel a surge of good energy and good vibes from this.
Oh, yes.
Granted, there's still the mystery of how are we supposed to use it?
So you have to do something or say something inspiration for the group. And that's all it requires. You read from the book and you obtain 1 token of friendship. Everybody who's here. So you got to pretty much say something nice or an inspirational speech or something in order to obtain 1 token of friendship.
You're all such great friends.
Oh, and it looks like it can also be a quote too.
Yep. It can be anything inspirational.
Well, if I may be allowed to do it, since I was the one doing it in character,
Of course.
I am going to do a cool little recitation here. Now, if I could just dig it up. Yeah, this is something that I learned from one of the ancient Ponish classes. Basically, simul stamus, cesarum cadumus, ex viridi, ad lucens mare, firamus, florent, amare, et vivant, equestera, locum prisi, vivente, which roughly means, united we stand, divided we fall, from plains to the shining sea, we breathe, flourish, love, and live. Equestria, it's a place worth living.
Nice. Everybody receives 1 token of friendship as Fabio reads from his inspiration.
All right, that's good.
Actually, I like
That
that.
added in there.
Dang, I'm at 20 now.
Nice.
Actually,
Well done.
I'd like to get these strange chimes, fully discovered.
Yes, go ahead and roll me a...
It only needs a DC 12.
Correct. You're currently with Sunburst. He can help you out here. Upgrade your mind by 1. Good thing you're getting all these low rolls out in the very beginning. Woof. Woof.
Yeah.
2 and 3. There you go.
Update.
Oh, got a 17. I said, it was on the charms I was doing. The strange charms. Strange chimes.
Then save. Show
The
players.
chimes have 1 charge per user. You can use an action to expend a charge and attempt to charm any unnamed minion monster. Character charm is enemy versus enemy mind. The charmed creature treats you in a party as an old friend and thinks positively of you. You will not take suicidal or harmful actions, and the creature must have ears. DC 5 mind to overcome.
You should go use it on the demon in the cage.
That's a very, very good idea.
I thought so. We need information. That thing's been a pain.
Actually, DM.
Sure.
Yeah, since I have like 20 friendship tokens, I want to do a critical check on the mysterious armor to fully reveal it.
Didn't you already identify something?
Oh, yeah, never
You
mind.
can only identify 1 object per game session, right?
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Because you're
I'll
spending your
wait.
time trying to identify it, right?
Oh, right. Okay, I'll wait till next time then.
Correct, yes.
I'm going to take a go at the coin.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me a mind as you attempt to identify the black coin. How are you investigating the black coin?
What?
Well, we're going to go through, usual suspects with things available here, but it's not going to matter much.
Are you going to keep that 1?
No. My word, no.
Okay.
This thing is annoying me.
What are you doing then?
I'm going to expend 3 tokens and succeed at this stupid thing.
Excellent. You spend 3 tokens of friendship and auto-succeed. You do not suffer the dire consequences of failure.
No, I thought they might be a little unpleasant in this case.
Very much so. Show players.
Yes, DC 20. This is the coin of greed.
Well, yeah. Why do you think Greed has been so interested in all of this stuff?
If the player ever loses a roll to a lower level dice, whenever negotiating, they become aggressive and angry at whomever they lost to. The player must attempt to knock the cheater unconscious and steal the item in question. The black coin is lost in the struggle, and the player is lost to the party. Player flees with the stolen item and becomes obsessed with it, turning into a servant of greed.
Oh, good.
Wow, with that kind of knowledge, I'm wondering where is the nearest active volcano?
Yes, but which of us is to be turned into the servant of greed so it can be thrown in along with the coin?
I never said anything about one of us turning into it. One of us just throw the coin in.
Yes, but the coin has a mind of its own and a will to return to its master, so it will not allow you to throw in. Anyway.
Well, then it takes two. Just like that classic story.
My question is, how have we not succumbed to its effects already?
No, we really haven't run into that very often, and none of us has been actively using the coin for any purpose. It's part of the reason that I haven't ever taken it out of the bag.
And I, for one, refuse to even touch it.
Yes, that's probably wise.
I also refuse to touch it, thank you.
To be clear, this is a cursed item.
I would rather it be destroyed, one way or another. Along with this dark stone.
Who has not identified an object?
I think we've all at least attempted to.
How about you, Oscar? You still have an inventory, correct?
I still haven't identified any items.
Isn't Oscar still at Sugar Cube Corner?
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess as we're identifying objects here, what is Oscar doing at Sugar Cube Corner?
What about Pinnacle? Has he checked anything?
Did. Yeah, he just identified the black coin.
Oh, okay, so...
I think everybody except for Oscar. So what is Oscar doing at this time? Let's go ahead and transfer over. Sugar Cube Corner.
So, after dealing with the small demon that bounced his head off the window, and I opened the window door for him.
Yep, he goes bzzz, flying out.
And I say you're welcome, but he doesn't say thank you.
Oh no. Who knows where he's going?
He's probably going back to his master. So, I think I already made the decision last session to go to Mare's. See what the whole situation
We should, but first we should go talk to that demon. We have the chimes.
Well, we're following Oscar right now, right? As you guys are spending time talking to Sunburst and identifying objects, Oscar is going off and doing his thing, correct? So he's not going to get a chance to identify anything. So he's heading over to Mare's. He's heading over to Mare's. Give me a second here.
I say bye to the cakes as I leave.
They say farewell. You do pass what appears to be Cheesecake and Little Cake, who both seem a little bit afraid, a little bit nervous. And Skittles, the spider with 6 legs, waves farewell to you. He's still covered in his blanket.
Okay.
You head over to Mare's, where you see the mayor who's currently busy organizing the multiple tasks as running the town and its duties. What do you do as you approach Mare?
I give the gentle wave. Is she busy? There's nobody else in the room.
Go ahead and roll me a mind as you attempt to look around.
That's not bad. 5.
Give me a second here. Be a D10. Awesome. You see nothing. Yeah. Mare sees you coming and quickly shuffles some papers underneath her table. The audience sees this, but Oska does not. She gives you a friendly smile, Oska, as you enter into her office, and she says, "Welcome, welcome. What can I do for the zebra folk today?"
You always have the high appreciation on the zebra folks down at North.
She smiles and says, "Yes, our interaction with Zecora has always been on friendly terms."
Very well. So, I wanted to discuss, but I don't know if you were busy or taking any time with your paperwork. I was wondering if we can talk in your office, perhaps?
She says, "Yes, of course. Come on upstairs." She leads you upstairs. You see the second level of Marimaris' office, which seems to have several maps, instruments, books, documentations, papers, a spell book here and there. And she says, "Yes, welcome to my office. What can I do for you?" Roll me another mind.
All right.
Jeez.
It's a high roll, isn't it?
You see nothing. She smiles at you and says, "Come, come. Welcome to Ponyville's Mayor's office and enjoy our hospitality." I think she gets out like a donut and offers it to you. She's like, it's a little old, but it's from this morning, but I hope you enjoy."
I just set the donut down, and I'm like, "Oh no, thank you. I'm pretty much not in the hungry mood."
She smiles and nods and eats the donut. "What can I do for you, Oscar?"
So you know my name.
I mean, there's not a lot of zebras.
It must be on your records in Ponyville.
Of course. I'm the mayor. I should know everybody.
The mayor knows everything.
So I wanted to discuss about the Flim brothers.
Oh, we are super excited for them to be here. It's a great economic advancement for Ponyville. We'll actually be put on the map.
Yeah, and there's quite a sort of problem with that, actually, and I wanted to discuss that with you.
Of course. What are your concerns? Is this a complaint? Do I need to get a file of complaint, or?
I think it's morally a file complaint, and I think it's best that some pony of that's the mayor of Ponyville,
of course,
like yourself,
yes,
to know the situation.
Go ahead.
So, I always had the strangest feeling for the Flim brothers, and
aren't they nice? They are so very nice.
Yeah, they're very nice, but they're seeming to just be hanging around instead of traveling around Equestria, and now they're just here and setting up business instead of just traveling around. And it finds me that strange, and I'm sure other ponies would find it strange that they're staying in one place now, growing a successful business somehow for some reason unknown.
It is kind of strange, but not really. As I understand, they had a show in Las Pegasus. They also created the school University of Friendship, designed after Twilight Sparkle's School of Friendship, designed for elderly ponies, much like yourself. Have you considered like scholarships going on to one of their universities?
I'm not that much of a smart hoof in the stable these days. So I don't take it as I am pretty much knowledgeable for these type of scholarships that you say.
Very understandable. So you had a complaint. What was it?
Well, you know all these business around Ponyville, these business like Sugar Cube Corner, Rarities Boutique, and I don't know about the Apple Farm and stuff like that, but it's all like they're all going downhill because of the Fun Flam Brother business, and I'm just afraid that they might lose their business, and the bits would keep going up, and for these companies that they can't even pay for the taxes anymore.
Well, yes. As I understand, the main six are not currently taking care of them. They've left them to their predecessors. So it's understandable that not everybody is business savvy, and lucky for them, the Flim Flam brothers have been helping support them. They've been going into debts, and as I understand, she like rolls up some paper and then like walks over and looks at the thing. It's like, yeah, they've been having some financial problems, and they've been assisting them where they could. She's like stacks some papers into some shelves, and she's like, "Are you concerned about small businesses going under?"
I'm just afraid that these small businesses will go out of business, and
I don't think so. I believe the Flim Flam brothers are coming in and buying them up, or at least trying to.
Yeah, they're buying it up to make their own businesses around Ponyville, but these were like the owners of Sugar Cube Corner, Rarities Boutique. They work really hard.
Well,
They've been doing this for a while.
She kind of laughs at this and she says, "Yeah, I know. When big business comes in, sometimes other businesses can't thrive, and that's just the way of free market." She continues like stacking papers and stuff.
Oscar kind of gives a slight tilt of the head, just looking at Mare.
Sure.
And he kind of says, there's also another reason for complaint.
Oh, and what is that?
You see, the strange things about the Flim Flam brothers is that they're acting strange and kind of into greed.
Well, they are a bit eccentric, and they are business ponies. She laughs at this and she says, I mean, have you spoken to Filthy Rich? They seem to be an awful lot like.
Do you know if Filthy Rich ever speaks to the Flim Flam brothers by any chance?
She's like, everybody speaks to everyone. I don't know what that means. Do ponies talk? I'm sure they do. Especially business ponies.
Well, Filthy Rich ever been around Flim Flam brothers?
In our last town hall, there was a little bit of a shindig. What was it? He was totally against the Flim Flam brothers building their super duper store. He lobbied against it, but due to the council and my ruling, I allowed the Flim Flam super duper store to be built. It's a good business. It'll increase our taxes. Everybody will have a decent, well-paying job. Everything will be great.
What could possibly go wrong?
I don't know, man. There's something fishy going on. Fishy in the hooves going on with the Flim Flam brothers business.
She tries to put your mind at ease. Roll me a mind as she attempts to charm you. You have to beat my 3. She tries to put your mind at ease. You're not at ease. And as a matter of fact, you see some strange coins on her desk.
Are they black?
They're not black, no.
Okay.
But you do see a large amount of coins on her desk.
Just like bits? Or
Yeah, just bits. Yeah.
That's a stack of bits that you have on your table there, man.
Oh, she smiles and says, "Oh, these are just contributions. What is it? Funding for my next re-election." She smiles at you.
Can I see if she's lying?
You're pretty confident that she has no reason to lie. So far, you're thinking everything she said to you is true. She honestly believes that the Flim Flam Super Duper store is coming in and helping to build up Ponyville, right? She's very much a capitalist in the sense of like, hey, you know, if a business is going to be going under, that's okay. Businesses come and go. You're very confident that she has not lied to you at all.
Trying to think here. I think you should look into the Flim Flam Brothers business, Nightmare. I still don't believe that the business of the Flim Flam Brothers is not great or going to be great for them.
She like sighs at this and she says, "What exactly should I be looking into?"
Well, recent strange behavior from the Flim Flam Brothers, from my eyes, but I think there might be others, and I might have others that might speak to you about it, possibly.
Sure, roll me a charm.
Can I spend all 3 of my friendship tokens?
Sure. And what is your objective here?
Just trying to convince Mary that she should look into the Flim Flam Brothers shady poof business going on.
Okay. She agrees to this. Shady practices. Flim Flam Brothers. Excellent. Anything else?
No, that was it. Thank you very much for your time, man.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will look into it.
Alright, thank you, man.
I think this is where like Soka like wanders off right downstairs, and she like takes the coins on her desk, and she like looks around and secretly like sticks them into like a safe. But Oska leaves, right?
I give one more look around to see if anyone's watching, or that that little demon for greed is watching.
Go ahead and roll me a mind.
Another mine.
Yep.
Not the best suit for him.
Critical success. You see Mary watching you from upstairs, waving at you.
That's all I see is Mary
That's all you
waving.
see. You don't see any demons or anything like that around here.
I give a small wave to Mary and walk out the door. And I will, because I got told that my friends were heading to Twilight's castle. So,
You're going to be heading over to Twilight Sparkle's castle?
yes.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and move you over to Twilight Sparkle's castle. We will head back over to the other party. What's the other party doing? You've done research the items. What are you guys doing next?
Well, we're going to do a little more research by interrogating the imp.
All right, so Twilight Sparkle's castle. Okay. You guys aren't there. And then you guys are heading towards towards the there we go. Sunburst and what's it? Was it Osalis? Osalis. Yeah, thank you. Sunburst and Osalis. Osalis has been keeping an eye on the demon, and as you guys approach, what do you guys do as you approach the demon imp, who is currently bound within the what's it? The ruins, the binding circle.
Going to get out that the chimes there.
Who's ringing the chimes? It's just a DC.
I guess I'll do it.
Who's doing it? Yeah. The demon imp attempts to resist. It's a DC.
We take care of it.
He laughs.
Could I try?
So it's once per game session, I believe, correct?
It is, yes.
Yep. So the creature is immune to it and laughs mockingly at you, and he says, "Ha ha ha ha! Foolish little ponies!"
It was worth a shot.
I mean, he critted.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was worth a shot.
You brought me more coins.
Nope, sorry.
Sure, I'll throw a bit at him.
He quickly attempts to bite it, figures out that's not what he's looking for, and throws it at you.
Good, I'll put it back in my purse there.
Foolish pony, that is not what I'm looking for.
It is what you asked for.
Yes, give me more coins.
Anyway, this is as far as we're likely to get. Otherwise,
what does the party do after they did not succeed, or he passed your skill challenge? As a friendly reminder, you know that imp pigs are very intelligent and fairly charismatic. They are weak physically, however.
But I don't want to start torturing. That doesn't seem like a good application of friendship.
I don't think. Yeah, and it wouldn't be effective either.
Well,
that I'm not entirely sure of. It might actually work. This is the scary part.
I will try this. Oh, cheer up. You're always so grumpy about the coin this, coin that. Why not have a little dance? Maybe that'll make you feel better. And I just start doing a little dance that I'm hoping will charm him to want to dance too.
Sure.
It's worked before.
Yep. Attempt to resist your charming dance. Have to beat my 7. He begins dancing with you, right? A little boogaloo. What is it that you're attempting to do here?
Well, just wear him down physically, because, like you said, he's weak against physical stuff, so perhaps I could just have him keep on dancing to where it's not exactly torture, but it is.
So he has a die 4 in body. He can't really go any further down.
One of those. It's like, what's the irresistible dance?
I mean, you definitely are the better dancer, right? He's like a little pop belly little pig, right? With the wings and a huge snout. So as he's like trying to do the twist and stuff like that, I think he like hurts his ankle. He's like, oh, falls over. You are clearly the superior dancer.
Oh, I could do this all day. This is fantastic.
So what's your goal here? To knock him unconscious with your dance moves?
Do it.
Not exactly. A variation of the tickle torture. In this case, the dance torture, where it's not exactly the pain. It's not exactly painful, but it's just a little exhausting. But he can't stop.
Excellent. Tell me how you knock him unconscious.
I wasn't exactly planning to go that far.
With your 19, you knock him unconscious. With his exhausting dance moves.
Well done.
Horse apples. He's such a poor sport. I was actually hoping that he would actually beg to stop.
So with a 19, he's only got 14 stamina. You literally destroy him. He falls unconscious. With your trying to keep up with you in your dance moves.
I was hoping that he would beg to stop dancing, and in return he would tell us what we want to know.
You dance too hard. You made him dance way too hard, man.
Oh, what a poor sport he is.
So he's on the floor, right? Unconscious from him twisting his leg, trying to keep up with you.
Well, I just stop dancing and then just step back so that he can recover in his own time.
It will take a little bit, but yes, and over time he will recover.
10 out of 10, Fabio.
Yep. 10 out of 10.
I obliterate a minion with my dance moves.
Yes, dancing has been used in many interesting ways this game here.
It's a warrior's dance. Warrior's dance.
The razzle dazzle.
Yeah. Serious razzle dazzle.
Or just do like what the Mask did, doing that Cuban Pete performance. He got all the cops to sing and dance with him.
So what does the party do next?
How about we meet up with Oscar and then head to go find that thing we need.
Are you heading over to Twilight's castle?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we are.
Any objections?
Not really.
Everybody meets up at Twilight's castle.
All right.
Well, the party's back.
Where we have a dance party.
Once again, the party is together, discussing what's currently taking place. You enter into the area. You see Despair lingering by Twilight Sparkle and Pinkie Pie. Discord's kind of like leaning back, relaxing, as everybody's like currently discussing the situation. What do you do as you approach?
Oh, we're going to have to talk to Discord here.
Oh, there you guys are.
Oh, yes, my friends. What can I do for you? It says, I am enjoying all of this.
Oh, I'm sure you are. I'm actually kind of curious as to your thoughts on the unusual choice in alliance between Twilight and company and the Lord of Despair there. It's certainly an unusual perspective. I think it's sort of leading in the direction of events up your alley. So.
He says, yes, I love chaos. He says, I'm not too worried about Twilight Sparkle. She can handle herself. I'm more concerned about Pinkie Pie.
Yes, and why is that?
Well, despair and laughter are polar opposites.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you think despair has designs on Pinkie Pie?
Yes, of course he does. Of course he does. He's like me. To think that he's not planning something, it's like, the question is, what is it going to be? What is despair going to do?
Well, that is the question. Do you have any thoughts on that? If you say that he is like you, what would you do in this situation?
Roll me a charm. Jesus,
All right.
This is custom.
Oh.
He says, "Oh, you're trying to pick my mind," and he like literally pulls his brain out of his ear and shows it to you. And he says, "Yes, go ahead and look and sift through my knowledge." He literally pulls.
I will attempt to do so.
Okay, how are you doing this?
Well, I'm going to do exactly what Discord was saying. I'm going to take a very close look at the proffered brain and see what I can glean from it. All I know, Discord actually has the answer written on the back of it.
There's a sock puppet in
It's
there.
a sock puppet. It's chaos, man. It's chaos. So
Oh, God.
Oh. Pinnacle, no.
would you like to keep that one as you're sifting
No, I'm
through
gonna-
Discord's mind?
I'm going to re-roll that.
All right, that's
Oh, I cannot roll today.
so Discord doesn't literally have a mind. His mind is no, go ahead. You sift through it and decipher nothing, right? As you're going
sure he
through the
doesn't
brain
mind.
matter, right? It looks like an amusement park, right? With like the bumpy hills and stuff like that. You see like goat carts and Ferris wheels and like it's a water ride, right? Going back to STEM.
Yeah.
Could I try?
Of course, yes. Are you going to sift through Discord's mind as well?
I want to try.
Sure, pick his brain. See what you got.
I'm just going to try. Try my best. Wait, what? So, oh, that'd be a 9. So that'd be mind roll, right?
That's correct.
Alright. So here we go.
Excellent.
Oh.
Would you like to upgrade that? Go ahead and keep rolling. See if you get a natural 20.
Wait, so upgrade?
Yes, this is an exploding hoof. Exploding dice. You see if you get a natural
jeez.
20. You see if you learn all the secrets of the world under Discord.
Yeah, I'll upgrade. And try again.
It's close. It's damn close.
We got a 19 at least.
So to be clear, that is a critical success. You had to beat an 18. You quickly realize, as you're sifting through the minefield of Discord, you quickly discover that Despair has so far been using the main sixth and you to destroy his enemies. He doesn't view you as not necessarily opponents, but more of like useful tools to defeat greed. So as you are sifting through it, you also quickly realize that despair has weaknesses just like greed. And the main six are trying to figure that out, right? To have some sort of leverage over despair. But Despair is being like a villain and not ensuring that there is no leverage over him. Had you had a natural 20, I would tell you more, but you did not. You got a critical success and got 2 things. So the 2 things that you know is that he is using you to defeat greed, right? He's using you, right? And the main 6. And in a way, he's enjoying it. And then another thing is that there's leverage to be obtained over Despair, but he is not giving that up. This is what you decipher from Discord's mind field.
Can we borrow the mind field and take it over to Twilight?
Discord chuckles at this as he takes his brain after Lucky Sparks, which makes perfect sense, right? Electricity going through his mind, and sticks it back into his ear, right? Says, so much fun.
Discord, you nut.
I'm chuckling at Discord's usual way of doing jokes like that.
Discord, you're a silly nut.
I think he goes upside down and turns into a nut. As he says that, it says, "Oh, it's such a wonderful time. Wonderful."
Yeah, how to
Kind of gives a small laugh.
Yeah, I chuckle at Discord's antics there. Discord, you never cease to be so funny. It's no wonder that dear Professor Fluttershy over there was always able to appreciate you so much.
She nods in reply. She says, "We do appreciate all of our friends." She looks at Despair and she says, "You could possibly become a friend as well." Despair smiles and he says, "Yes, I could become your best friend."
No.
You quickly realize that he is talking to Twilight Sparkle and nobody else.
I kind of look at everybody, and I'm like, I'm over here.
Zecora is here and Starlight Glimmer is here. They are keeping an eye on Despair, and the main 6, of course, are here. Literally everybody is gathered here, except for 2. This is definitely a meeting of powers of sorts.
Is Despair looking at me?
Roll me a mind. It's a big, obnoxious cloud. He literally takes up the entire room. You're thinking that he's not looking at anybody except for one pony. And that one pony is Twilight Sparkle.
Okay. I just thought I would give out presents or something.
Let's go ahead and see if that hoof explodes. See if you get it even further.
Do I roll
D8.
Okay.
Then a D10, then D12. Okay. Nope. Okay. Anybody else? So we have the meetings of the minds.
Yeah. Is Pinkie Pie around?
Yeah, she's right here.
Okay. Very good. I shall go over and talk to Pinkie.
She smiles at you friendly and says, "Would you like a cupcake?"
Absolutely.
Obtain a cupcake from Pinkie Pie.
Okay, cupcake. Anyway, so Pinkie, I have an interesting plan you may want to hear. Yeah. So, come over here for a minute.
Of course. She bounds and leaps and frolics over to your party. Says, "What can I do for you? I feel a lot better now."
Oh, wonderful. We're very glad you're feeling better.
Good. That is good.
I do a merry little twirl for her.
She says, "Thank you guys very much."
So, we were thinking, in the interests of fostering that friendship with Despair there, that we should throw a true welcome party for Despair and make them feel like they're really a part of the place. We wanted to see if we could get your help putting on such a party.
I've tried to. He leaves every time I do it.
Interesting.
I tried throwing a celebration, and I tried to escort him and did the whole shebang, and he'd leave every time.
Huh.
But for some reason,
Well, that
he's coming back. I'm not sure why.
Well, that's an interesting possibility. All right. Well, we know that he wants to be here, obviously, that Despair is very interested in hanging out, probably with Twilight, given where Despair is situated.
Oh.
Well, then, it seems we need to convince Despair to get into the party.
She says, "I've tried multiple times. I am the ultimate party planner, and no matter what I try to do for him, he always seems to bail."
Well, yes, you throw parties. That's probably the problem. Trick, then, is to find a reason that Despair has to stick around to enjoy the party. Because, no one likes a party pooper who can't enjoy themselves now and then.
Do you have an idea?
Oh, I have a few ideas. You may not like all of them.
She said, "Go ahead and share them."
Well, for one, I think that if we were able to get everybody together and start having the party and just insist, of course, that we see Despair and have that aspect connected as part of the deal, that might keep Discord at location. Of course, then we can really test the resolve.
Whispers in your ear, and she says, I'm a little bit worried about Twilight."
Yes, we all are. That's part of the problem. You see, I think Despair is having a negative impact on Twilight. Actually, getting Twilight into the party is going to be part of how we get Despair to stick around.
She says, "Can I show you something?"
Yes, please.
She begins leading you down Twilight Sparkle's castle, and she leads you to the library. She shows you a giant lock on it. And from her mane, she pulls out what appears to be a giant key, and she unlocks it. She says, you have to promise me something."
What is that?
She
Promise
says,
what?
"You can't tell anybody what I'm about to show you."
That is a hard promise to make. You don't know what it is.
There's some secret information here.
Information?
Well, I'm sure it is the library of the princess.
What kind of info, Pinky?
Dangerous.
Dark magic.
Well, it's not like we have any shortage of that right now.
I don't like the sound of that.
Well.
She turns to you, Pinnacle. Do you accept?
To restrict information and not use it when it's needed, that seems like a terrible thing. Even if it is dark magic, it's exactly what we're facing. Something like despair is a creature of such magic.
Yeah, that's true. Despair is kind of pure darkness itself. Well, one of them.
And so, if we are bound by oath to not discuss it,
Just
we may
outside this
not
room.
be able to work with allies in the defeat of such a creature.
So, is that a yes or no?
I mean, it'll help us against despair.
She says, I don't think it has anything to do with despair.
Oh, really? Okay.
I suppose I can live with that as the restriction if we must.
She turns to you, Oska. Do you make the promise?
I tell Pinky that I do. Make the promise.
It's a pinky promise. Fabio, you're up next.
Oh, okay.
I think cross my heart, hope to cry, stick a cupcake in my eye.
She turns to you, Brighthorn.
Yeah. Yes. If this stuff information falls into the wrong hands, there will be heavy consequences.
She nods in agreement. She turns to you, Lucky Spark. Geobreaker?
I mean, if this information could help us, and as long as we keep it safe, then I promise.
Having accepted the terms of the agreement that nobody must speak of it outside of this place, you enter into Twilight Sparkle's secret laboratory.
Oh. Okay.
Light's lab. Nice.
Demons.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
That doesn't look promising.
That does not look good at all.
All right, I'm going to have to take a look at one of these books.
So she says that Twilight Sparkle was afraid of losing me. And during that time, she's turned to some dark magics.
So it would appear.
Yeah.
I think that she's afraid of losing one of us.
Losing one of you?
Of course.
Can you say which one?
Well,
She
Twilight,
means
Rarity,
afraid.
Applejack, me.
I think she means
Fire
she's
Giant.
afraid, and Twilight is afraid. Hey, that an event could happen, and one of her friends would be lost. I don't think it gets foretold that one of them will happen, but more one of that it could happen.
What are these? Are those supposed to be pillars? Okay.
So Pinnacle, go ahead and roll me a mind as you're sifting through the disheveled and musky laboratory. Pinnacle, you remember when Spike was really nervous and like telling you like, yeah, you shouldn't go into Twilight's library. You're very confident, as you recall, that Spike was trying to keep you guys away from there. And now you're quickly realizing why.
I also having a bad feeling why. A very bad feeling.
So are these images similar to the statues that we've seen prior?
You're not quite quite sure with your 11.
Hey, Kiki, quick question.
Shoot.
If I may ask, by losing one of you, does she mean like one of you might be close to death or something?
She kind of like shrugs and says, "We're getting old."
Oh, yeah. It has been quite a few years now, hasn't it?
Well, yes. Time goes on, and ponies come and ponies go.
But
It's the normal flow of things, but Twilight doesn't fit into that mold anymore. So, the
yeah,
interesting
because she's an
question with that,
alicorn now.
yes. So, is Twilight trying to make you all immortal, or find a way to terminate herself?
Despair seems to linger around her.
Wait, this. Oh, wait. If the spare's lingering around Twilight, I wonder. There's lingering around Twilight. How long has the spare lingered around her? Like, for how long now?
Pinkie Pie like sits down and she shifts uncomfortably and she says, I need you guys to know something. Despair has been around for quite a long time. And for each pony, it affects you differently.
Yeah?
Despair can be defeated, much like greed. And we had adventurers attempt to last time. Unfortunately, they failed.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh. Well, if we could find that sword again.
She like looks at you and says, "You know about the sword and armor?"
Oh, yeah, we read the book. Whatchamacallit? Kieran, named Summer Breeze, wrote a book about the whole thing. We found it in the library.
A long time.
Well, if we had some idea what became of them, they might be useful.
She says, "That's the problem. They wandered off. We don't know where they went."
Wandered off? How does that happen, I wonder?
She says, I just wanted you to show you guys this." She seems a little nervous.
This does not look too pleasant. Looks really bad. Really, really bad.
Well, it's certainly worth being nervous about. Do you know specifically what Twilight plans to do with this?
She's like, "I'm a party pony, not a magic pony." She kind of laughs nervously at this.
Do you know who would?
Like,
even though you're not a magic pony, would you, like, be able to maybe take a good guess? I mean, like, if it's possible?
what are you asking for?
I mean, like...
Information.
She says my pony senses are telling me that this is very dangerous.
Extremely. This is very similar to ones we've seen in the past in the depths of the lair of despair or greed. And those are bad places to be.
Is anybody else looking at the books?
I don't look at the books.
I
want to
look at one of the books.
Everybody
take
who's
a look at
looking at
one.
the books, roll me mind.
Also going to go have a look at the table.
I want to take a quick look at these. Wait, so I want to go. Listen.
I'm simply listening to all this.
So do Do you know if Starlight
No.
has been called in to consult on this or has been involved in any way?
As I understand, she's been busy running the school.
Well, yes, but what we need at this point is a very capable magic pony, and she might know something about this.
Lucky Sparks, you have no idea what's going on. Brighthorn, you kind of get a sense of like demonology, necromancy. It's life after death, prolonged life, extended life, other dimensions. It's loose, not quite sure.
I'm just wondering if it's really all that complicated, as opposed to a simple approach, an opposite in all things. What's the opposite of darkness? How does one remove darkness? By increasing the light. How do you fight?
Yes.
How do you fight an opposite spectrum? By improving its opposite.
But if you increase the light, the shadows deepen.
If you can't, the way to defeat despair is to increase happiness and joy. To defeat greed, increase generosity and sharing. And
for despair, to counter despair, you need to increase laughter.
That's what I just said.
Well, and so perhaps what best thing to do right now is to find some reconciliation. We need to get Twilight and the rest of the main six together, and they have to discuss this matter and find some way for Twilight to come to terms with that and get past that despair. Whether that's solving the problem by actually making the rest of the main six immortal, or finding a resolution to the fact that death is going to be inevitable.
Despair is feeding.
Sorry.
Yeah, despair has been feeding on Twilight's fear that she could not live without her friends when it's their time, and she will use dark means to make sure that her friends stay with her forever, but that is, of course, that's just not nature's way.
Well, alicorns are unnatural then? Perhaps it is something that can be achieved. That's an interesting question. And myself wouldn't mind finding a way to live forever.
Is there any way I can keep looking through the books?
I mean, so this is you going and sifting through. You rolled a 2. So it's beyond your knowledge, right? You're a Pegasus. This isn't any of your forte, right?
Yeah.
Casting dark magic isn't your forte.
Yeah, good point.
Personally, if I had my way, I would see to it that dark magic and dark artifacts, it is better that we just destroy them.
She says once again, please don't tell anybody of this. I don't want to worry Princess Twilight. She has enough on her plate already. I just want you guys to be aware of this.
Well,
we made a pinky
we
promise.
need to find a solution to this. That's the problem.
Wait. I was wondering. I want to test something. On these here, I want to see if I can try and destroy one with a shock spell. Just a test.
What are you attempting to do here?
Yeah.
These like red stone things.
Oh, those are candles.
And those candles.
Those are
I
candles.
want to see what happens if I shock one of them.
You don't have
See
to
what
roll.
happens.
You know exactly what happens.
Candle is on
Shock
fire.
candle, yeah.
Are you sure you want to create noise down here?
Oh, yeah, good point. Never mind. Good point.
So Pinkie Pie nervously glances around and she says, "Are you guys done?"
Yeah, let's just get
Yeah, I'm
the
about
buck
done.
out of here.
I think we got
Tempted
the
to take one of the books, honestly.
information that we needed.
Just get the buck out of here because I'm getting very bad vibes.
Pinkie Pie leads you back to the main building, the main hall, of which they are still discussing what's going on.
Can I pull Pinky to the side?
Of course, yeah.
I tell Pinky that you don't have to worry about Sugar Cube Corner or having cheese sandwiches factory being sold because I paid for the tax, the debt.
Her eyes go wide and says, "What?"
Yes, I know it's crazy. I know, but
You're very confident that they meet. Don't forget, Pinkie Pie was sick and ill, right? So she knows nothing about that. They had kept it away from her so that she would get better.
And now look what you've done.
You're telling her about it now.
That's awkward.
but I felt like I could help in keeping your business and helping pumpkin cake and pound cake.
Her eyes go wide, and as you say this, she runs out the door.
Well, that was helpful.
Yeah, nice going, Oscar.
So we see like Pinkie Pie like zoom runs past everybody. I think Discord gets like flipped over as she like zooms right by him, like her super speed, and she leaves and heads towards Sugar Cube Corner, trying to figure out what's going on.
I think you just put panic, Oscar.
You guys didn't know what happened. I pulled her to the side, and I'm just walking over.
Well, I mean, you tell her that like they're in debt and losing the place, right?
Yeah.
So she has no reason to not believe you. And then you try to comfort her, but she's still concerned about her family business and what's going on there. So she leaves immediately to go and see what's going on, making sure everything's all right.
I just don't hope it's nothing bad that I said.
I mean, she'll get there and find out that you paid the tab, right? So
Yeah.
she'll likely be indebted to you. It's not necessarily a bad thing. She's just worried about her family, right?
Yeah. So don't worry, guys. It's not my fault. Okay. I just paid a debt to save a business. I'm trying to do good things.
What does the party do now that you're back in that?
Well, at least once Pinky finds out the good news about what happened, then she might settle down.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
You shall see.
Pretty much right now, I'm just like staring at the stair and just trying to see what he's doing. Just looking at him.
Sure, go ahead and roll me a mind as you're attempting to, I guess, read despair.
Well, I mean,
You're trying to like interpret his otherworldly being.
just trying to get a decently good guess.
Sure.
Nothing too huge.
Roll me a charm as you're attempting to, I guess, get a read on despair. He's a amorphous black cloud lingering around Twilight Sparkle. You're not sure what's going on.
I wasn't really trying much. I was just trying a little bit, just to get it, I don't know, just to see him and just look at him and just, I don't know, just doing stuff.
He's a big black cloud. Anybody else?
Starlight's here, right?
Starlight and Zecora are both here.
I'm going to see if I can ask Starlight an interesting question.
Of course.
In particular, what she knows of life extension or immortality magic.
She says, "Are you the one who put those pets in my office?"
No, of course not.
Roll me a charm. That's you full of BS.
Do you give a wink too?
Roll me with that sweet, sweet deception. Oh, yeah, she believes you. She says, my mistake, of course. Students of your caliber would never do such a prank. She says, what is your question?
Well, I would like to ask what you know or what sort of spells, what kind of magic might be used to try and achieve immortality.
She says that there are multiple ways to achieve immortality. Generally speaking, it requires you to bind yourself to something, kind of like a phylactery. You could also become a spirit like Discord, or even despair. What else could you do? You could become undead. That's not necessarily alive. She says that there are multiple forms of making deals with otherworldly beings that can provide immortality. Then, of course, there's the literature immortality, which I am personally very fond of. She says that there's multiple spells in which you will be living throughout the ages as your fellow students and practitioners of magic practice.
Okay. So that last is probably not what we're looking for. Valuable though it is.
She says, why do you ask? This is magic beyond you guys.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if we
We can't tell you why, but I'll tell you who that it's important to us that we know.
She nods and replies and says, that's understandable. I've had students ask me all types of weird questions.
Yeah, this one's going to have the fate of Equestria riding on it, probably. So
she like chuckles at that. She's like, "Good one." Oh, you're.
Yeah. Well, we'll certainly go deeper. Though it's a discussion we may want to save for your office at some point, if you have some time later.
Of course. But I don't think this meeting is going to adjourn anytime soon. We're planning on making an assault upon Flim Flam Super Duper store, but we're not sure how we're going to do it.
An assault?
Of course.
It's a store. What do you need to make an assault? You can close it. You are the government, after all.
It's just a store.
Really? What do you believe about it?
That there's
roll me a charm.
that there's something of this going on at Super Flint's store.
Flam Superstore. Woo!
Don't roll a 1. Okay. She tells you, she says, we believe that there is a portal to the dimension of greed. We believe that there are multiple demons below the levels of Flim Flam Super Duper Store. That is where greed is operating out of.
Interesting.
Can I tell
kind
I'm really surprised.
that does seem kind of.
Have you not noticed the little imps flying around? We've been
That's
tracking
the top
them.
one.
They've been going in and out of Flim Flam Super Duper Store. We believe that
Yes,
is their main hub.
We actually have
Yeah,
one over
one
at
of
the
those.
school.
One of those imps were talking to me.
Oh, you've had contact with them.
Very much so.
With
Very
one
much
of the imps, they tried to bring me into the greed side, sort of say.
Yes, as I understand it, he's been recruiting people through what appears to be a contract, of which they sign over their possessions over to him.
That's what I found about suspicion of the Flin Flam brothers, that they're offering contracts and taking over other businesses.
We've actually been to that store, actually.
I think she like pulls out a credit card and shows you. She's like, "Did they offer you this?"
Oh, yes.
Yes.
We
Take
yes,
it, though.
we didn't take it.
Well, there seems to be a magic compulsion they're using to try to get people to acquire those.
Indeed. There's several enchantments based on this. Seems to be focused on people's greed and what they need at the store, and what they don't need as well. They entice people to come in at 50% off sales, which most ponies believe is a good deal. Not knowing that they're signing away so much.
And they actually tried to.
And this
Actually
interest
tried to
rate
get
is
it.
ridiculous.
Oh, yes, you always have to read the terms of the contract.
Yeah, well, be careful of that interest rate.
Yeah, that's true. And he tried to get us to sign his contracts and get us those credit cards, but we all refused. And pretty much the contract they gave me, I just tore in half.
A wise decision.
I think the spread of greed is starting.
Oh, Screed is always around.
She like looks at you and
Yeah.
she's like, "This Screed has always been around." Yes,
Yeah.
just like despair.
Greed
But
tends
it's
to be
stronger in some than others.
Oh, Greed may be growing a little bit.
I'm not sure what his
Honestly-
main objective is, though.
I'm so much more concerned about despair than Greed right now.
Yeah, I'm more
Seems
worried
to be
about this.
cooperative.
I'm more worried about despair than greed right now as well, because I'm getting bad vibes from him.
Is there a way to make a mind check so I can put two and two together?
What are you trying to put two and two together exactly?
Well, the Flim Flam brothers spreading around with contracts and stuff, and you know, he.
I mean, you don't have to roll a mind check; just put it together. You literally don't have to. If you are figuring it out, go ahead and share with the rest of the class.
It's just a thought.
Yeah.
What if the Flim Flam brothers working with greed? Since we already know that they're obviously strange enough, and it's particularly strange that they stay in one place now and they set up business here in Ponyville. We can all come to terms with that.
Yeah, based on what the Flim Flam brothers working for greed, that seems pretty likely.
And
Question?
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, you can go ahead. If you had
I was
something.
waiting for you to finish.
Oh, okay. And Olska's trying to put his smart brain to use. He's trying to. And the Flim Flam brothers are spreading around these contracts to like Sugar Cute Corner, Rarity's Boutique, and the Flim Flam brothers had to talk with Mare herself, with the council and stuff. And they're somewhat changing into like I saw a stack of money on Mary's desk and puts it in a safe, and she was acting a little strange there.
A little sus.
A little sus.
Well, the way how I've always seen it, the way to defeat greed is to increase generosity.
This will have the great giveaway.
If the opposite of selfishness is selflessness.
Yep. The truth. Well, although I wonder. Wait. I wonder if if despair is only here in the castle, like right next to Twilight, but greed is trying to spread out. Wouldn't despair try to be countering greed at a certain point? Since if I remember right, the elements of disharmony are kind of fighting each other.
What more important pony for despair to want to bring to his side than Princess Twilight herself? We've always known the Flim Flam brothers. They've always been driven by greed and dishonesty.
I wonder.
They've always been the ideal ponies that an entity like greed would bring into the fold.
Yeah. So do you think despair is going to try and have Twilight go against the Flim Flam brothers? Because of greed?
I would be surprised. And to do that, it would offer her the means to make sure that what she believes keeps her happy out of being with her friends, even if it means making them immortal or stay with her forever, will do so.
Yeah.
I think that the more contracts Pony sign from the Flim Flam brothers, that increases his power.
Oh, definitely! It definitely is increasing greed's influence.
But wouldn't that be also increasing Flim Flam's power as well, since they're most likely connected with greed?
They're just its lackeys. Someone who greed can manifest and spread beyond. Like I said, the Flim
manipulate and control, right?
They've always been greedy and dishonest.
Yeah.
What perfect ponies for greed to channel its power throughout Equestria.
Yeah.
Are all the ponies looking at our discussion?
No, they're currently discussing like how to counter greed.
Okay.
They're currently doing up like war plans and stuff like that, and how to take out greed without hurting anybody else.
That's the thing. The opposite of greed is generosity.
So we need to increase the generosity wherever we go to counter greed.
But in order to combat despair, we must increase joy and happiness.
So
I don't see that these are mutually exclusive.
So pretty much for despair, we need to increase laughter.
That's what I just said.
But who should we go after first? Greed or despair? Who should we go after first?
Why do we need to pick one or the other? We can increase generosity and happiness at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
There is a great joy that comes from being generous, seeing other ponies happy from generosity. Professor Rarity taught us that.
Yeah.
When she made all those dresses for Twilight and her friends, the good ones, they realized just how happy they were with them, and how all other ponies were happy.
Yeah.
And even stuck-up ponies like Hoity Toity were thoroughly impressed with her work. And as a result,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I've been thinking. I think the ponies we should start with, like to try and help get back on track. Maybe we should go directly to try and get Pinky's old smile back because of what's been going on.
Oh, I suppose we could have a parade through the streets and sing about it.
I was thinking. Actually, yeah. So I think to help out Pinky, we should try and get her old smile back. Do something for her that could get a smile while affecting generosity as well.
I would love nothing more than to give her a dance party where I would dance for her.
Okay, somebody's whistling.
I'm willing to accompany you, Fabio.
Well, first we all need to agree together about these plans. We cannot be divided by differences.
We need to work together.
We have our differences, but we have to work together in harmony.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Because harmony is the key for all things. Laughter, generosity, loyalty, magic, and all the others united.
We need to find ways where we can all work in agreement together.
Well,
for any plans we make, we have to agree on them all together as friends.
So Despair worms his way into your group and he says, "What's going on over here?"
I just laugh and smile. Nothing you need not worry about.
He says they will fail.
Who will fail?
And I just laugh
Challenging.
and I say,
He gestures to the
Challenge
main six.
accepted.
He gestures to the main six and says, "You see, they don't have the pieces required to defeat greed. This planning is all in retrospect. They need something
Well,
to
you know what I
absolutely
say to
defeat
that?
them."
you want to know what I say to that, Despair? Know what I say to that? If you're saying that that's going to be a challenge,
No,
then I say
they will lose.
all four of us, all four of us, we accept that challenge.
Is that a challenge? And I'm just laughing in his face. Is that a challenge?
I suspect that the reference to the fact that there is the item that we still haven't collected.
He
The three
smiles
items
at
that are
you
necessary.
and says, "Yes."
And I just laugh. You may say that they fail, but they will fail only when that time comes, and that time has not yet come. So until that time comes, I would not be so quick to decide. And I'm just chuckling at his. In my mind, he is arrogant and presumptuous, and I am just laughing at that.
I think he worms around you, right, as you laugh, and he says, "Well, you could still save him."
This is all about convincing us to go get Twilight.
We'll
Yes, we know.
save
We
them.
know.
We'll save them on our own power.
We'll decide whom we save,
Of course.
and no pony or entity will decide for us.
Of course.
The better question is whom we serve.
So he smiles at you and gives you a wink, an evil, insidious smile, and worms back his way towards Princess Twilight Sparkle.
Yes.
So, guys, say we helped get Pinky's old smile back.
Oh,
I agree.
Well, we probably should solve the problem of despair before we focus on greed at this point, since despair will gain a great opportunity if greed is defeated. I
Well,
hand ahead of that.
well, what better way to weaken greed is to help the pony who counters greed,
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
aka Pinky.
You mean despair?
Yeah, despair, I mean.
The opposite of the pony who seems to be an
Yeah.
opposite of greed is generosity, and that is rarity.
Yeah. I say first, we counter despair by helping Pinky.
The question is, how do we do that?
We make her laugh, right?
Well,
I found that.
get her old smile back and get her to laugh.
Okay, so to be clear, you guys are fully aware that despair pulled the black shard out of her eye, right? So she is no longer under the influence of despair.
No, but I think, yeah, I know that, but I think we should still help Pinky in a certain way. You know, get her to be stronger, with what she's able to do.
To be clear, you guys invited despair here, and Pinkie Pie approved. So despair is here on invitation only.
Yes, and this being Twilight's castle, it's at her discretion. We have no claim on that.
Oh, I see.
You guys
We don't
literally
invite
defended despair.
The thing we do is invite despair to the party and make sure despair sticks around.
Yeah.
Because that's what despair's been avoiding.
Well, the question is, can he go? Is he unable to leave unless we dismiss him?
No idea. That part is unclear.
Well, okay, you guys invited him, and by all accounts, you guys are friends, right? You guys agreed to being friends. He's agreed to being friends. Everybody's friends, right?
Actually,
by all accounts, he has done nothing aggressive towards you guys.
evidence suggests that this bear can leave, come or go at a whim. Because, as Pinkie Pie said, the bear keeps leaving the party.
So what is your goal here? Are you just going to ask Despair to leave?
We're going to ask Despair to stay for the party.
Okay. So we can quickly fast forward it, right? To you guys inviting Despair to a party. Of course, he refuses. He's literally the element of disharmony. He says that he refuses to go to any party. And should
That's
you
pretty
throw a
much what I
party,
figured.
he would leave.
Yes, that is what we figured.
Right.
Uh.
So You guys are aware of this. We don't have to do anything about that.
So the
we try
trick
to
is to find
find
some way to compel Despair to stay at a party. Haven't figured that out yet, but
How would you do this?
don't know. That's what I'm working on.
That's what we're all thinking.
Are we getting him to leave? What's going on?
I know, right? I'm confused. It's like, I want him to stay for the party. He will not stay for the party. And that's literally, it's kind of like asking like Pinkie Pie to become depressed. It's like, it can be done, right?
Well, Despair, right? Despair is always zoning over Twilight.
So I need everybody
Doesn't
roll in
know what
mind as you try to
doing.
figure out how to defeat Despair.
Despair is standing right behind you.
Despair is literally right there. As you ask around, you see who figures this out.
Because of course.
Brighthorn. Looks like you're the only one that's clever enough to figure this out. You quickly discover, like, hey, there's artifacts that need to be present in order to defeat greed, right?
Yes.
The crystal book and the black coin and the relic that creates the sea of clouds. You're very confident that you need something like that in order to defeat despair.
Well,
Oh, we know roughly what those pieces are then, just because we were in the book there.
Well, it's the question. Well, they're just like the 6 keys that opened the box. Do we have the appropriate key for despair?
No.
We do not.
we don't.
And we don't know where to find it. Pinky was saying that they had been lost. All right. Well, anyway, let's go find the cloud generator.
Yeah, let's head onward.
By the way, before we do that, there is another thing that I think Pinnacle and I are probably the only ones who remember. We need to take Diamond Tiara to Klugetown with on the way. And we also, I think we asked the Griffins to retrieve the traitor down in the caverns after
He got out too.
fulfilling the favor they asked of us to do.
Right.
So then, I think we need to go get the traitor, and we're just going to have to escort him and Diamond Tiara across the desert, dropping Diamond Tiara off in Klugetown, and then continuing to the Sea of Clouds.
What are they in the same general direction there?
Yes, they're both south.
Yeah.
Okay, that works out then. Let's go ahead and do that.
Well, first things first, we need to go get the traitor from the Everfree Forest, bring him back to Ponyville, get Diamond Tiara, and we start heading south across the desert.
As you recall, Diamond Tiara and Volo meet you here at Princess Twilight Sparkle's castle. They said that they would return to Filthy Rich's mansion.
Right. So we're going to try this again, but without Discord's help, as much as we love him.
Oh, it'll be fun.
It will.
Better just... We tried it his way, and it didn't work out so well, so we're just going to have to try it
So exciting last time.
the longer... What could possibly be longer, but probably the more proper way. No one said that the quick way was the easy way. Not always the easy way.
So where you guys head?
We're going to pick up the Diamond Tiara.
He was back here. Where's the merchant? The Griffins retrieve him from the caverns?
Yes. The Griffins. Yep. And you also realize quickly that they were upset that Princess Twilight had made an alliance with Despair.
We're working on that.
They're not wrong.
We're working on that problem.
They left, clearly mad.
What about the cats?
Well, Griffins tend to get grumpy at times, so I'm not going to hold it against them.
Oh, where are you guys going?
That's true.
Now that we have the merchant and his cart, we're going back to Ponyville to get Diamond Tiara, and this time we're walking to Klugetown.
So to be clear, once again, Diamond Terra and Volo, the merchant that you were talking about, they were here and they said that they would go back to Filthy Rich's mansion.
Okay,
Right.
then we go back.
We know where to find them.
So that is Canterlot.
We're just going to take her to take her safely ourselves to Klugetown.
So are you heading over to Filthy Rich's mansion?
Are we?
They
Yeah.
can come to us.
Guess we gotta.
We have to decide on these things together. Like I said, we need to stay in harmony.
So where are you guys going?
Have to? Then we have to.
No, we don't
No.
have to. There are other options, but
What other options did you? What other options are there that you want to express?
we can ignore them and just go straight to the clouds. I mean, that's an option. We don't.
I don't think ignoring them will make it any better.
It
Would it
might
not-
not. I'm not saying these are necessarily superior options. I'm saying options exist. We don't have to assume that we're forced into doing these things.
Well, would it not be? Could it not serve as a display of generosity on our part?
Well,
That is
we
true.
probably should do what we agreed to do in the first place. Yes.
And we did
Yeah.
agree. We did agree. We did agree to take Diamond Tiara to Klugetown, and in return, Filthy Rich was also going to help us deal with the Flim Flam brothers because, unlike them, he's honest and sincere. He
Yeah.
Might
has
be a
his
good source of generosity.
He has his own money-making thing, but he has always been an honest and fair business pony.
He has.
And
So I say we
Right.
should help Diamond Tiara.
And once
Yes.
we drop her off at Klugetown, we can proceed to the Sea of Clouds if we need to, because it's not that far away.
Oh, we definitely need to. We'll get on that right away.
But it also build up some generosity for us.
Well, hopefully. But even if we simply make Filthy Rich happy, then we have
Knowing that-
access to those
knowing-
resources.
Knowing that Diamond Tiara will be safe away, we can proceed.
Yeah.
So
We're
So
going to be
that's
very annoyed in a minute, so we're going to have to work through that.
So
What's
once
the
again, where are
problem?
you going?
We're going to end up at Filthy Rich's mansion.
You head over to Filthy Rich's mansion.
And I'm going to very humbly apologize for the delay and the trouble. I'm not going to make any excuse for the delay, but simply that we're going to do the right thing now.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not going to let pride prevent me from any less.
Filthy Rich greets you at the door and he says, I thought you guys were going to take my daughter and Volo to, what's it? Klugetown.
we attempted to do so. There were complications.
So where's my daughter? And where's Volo?
Didn't come back here.
I thought they were with you.
Last time they were with us immediately. We were at Twilight's castle.
Well, my daughter hasn't come home, and I assumed
Interesting.
Volo was going to go off and do his own thing.
Oh,
So
right.
where
this
is my daughter?
You gotta find them.
Where's my business partner?
You gotta find them.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes. Yes, we do. All right. So between here and the castle is approximately how far?
So Filthy Rich crosses his arms. He says, I have the paperwork ready for Princess Twilight. Can you at least deliver this to Princess Twilight? I am ready to purchase the Tree of Harmony. The Tree House.
I'm pretty sure she's still not ready to sell.
You're not quite sure about that.
First things first, you've got to find Diamond Tiara.
Yeah.
And finish what we started.
Yes, let's go find Diamond Tiara.
Okay.
So we know.
Where do you know?
Lucky Sparks.
find it
and Pinnacle, you both- well, Lucky Sparks and Pinnacle, you both can fly, right?
Yeah, I can fly. I'm pretty speedy.
Flying reindeer? That's a ridiculous notion.
As everybody's in here, I want everybody to roll me a charm as you're trying to investigate why Filthy Rich is so pissed off.
Oh, I don't.
It should be obvious, I would think. But it was worth looking around to see if we find any more of the gremlins.
5.
Those twins, whatever.
Well, I got a 7.
Nope.
Brighthorn, go ahead and roll with an upgrade. It looks like you got an 8, so see if you can beat my 9. And it looks like, Fabio, you and me need to roll off. Okay. Fabio, you quickly realize that Filthy Rich is sweating profusely and is incredibly nervous because you quickly realize that his daughter's been kidnapped.
Who took her?
Good.
People who he was trying to get her away from in the first place.
Fabio, you also are quickly realizing that Filthy Rich is about to obtain access to the Treehouse of Harmony. He's about to ready to buy it.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
No.
We need to get it. We need to rescue his daughter.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. We just need to figure out where she went in order to do that. That's the trick.
I believe you guys know who took her.
Well, yes, we know who, but we don't know where.
I have an idea of where, actually.
Oh, that's good. Where?
It's going to be walking into, but we're going to have to walk into the lion's den, and we're going to have to resist everything.
Well, that is no worse than what we've already done.
The people who would want Filthy Rich to be like this, the flim-flams, they've got her in the heart of greed.
I was afraid you would say that.
So to be clear, you guys failed to escort Diamond Tiara.
Right.
This is what happens when you fail a mission. Diamond Tiara is captured, and so is Volo.
Okay. Let's go get them.
Hey, guys.
If you know where we need to go, that's where we're going.
Would I be correct in that the Flim Flam brother that she is being held under the Flim Flam brothers market in the clutches of greed?
It actually makes a sort of weird sense.
What does the party do?
We are going down into the pits underneath the Flim Flam Brothers Superstore. We're going to go find out how dark it is under Walmart.
Okay. Okay. Super.
It's not dark at all. What are you talking about?
Yes, I agree. Go to the superstore or find Diamond Tiara, assuming she's. I mean, she's
No,
there.
we have to make sure we can. Am I correct in that is where she's at?
Am I also correct that Twilight and the main 6 are going down there too?
They are. That's going to be kind of an awkward situation, but we also can't defeat greed if they're set up down there, and that's where he's actually hiding. We've got an interesting problem on our hands.
Well, are we correct? Are we correct that that is where Diamond Tiara is?
Bad feeling that that might be it. I have such a bad feeling.
Are we correct and that is where she's at?
I mean, I don't think he's just going to tell us outright.
I don't think so.
I do not think so.
And we cannot make any assumptions. We need to know for absolute certain where she's at. It's very likely, but we need to know for sure.
Well, then we need to go investigate. We still need to go to or toward that location in order to get the information.
Let's find out what happened to her. Let's ask around. Did any pony see her being captured? And if so, where did they take her? Who took her and where?
Let's go ask.
So here's a good question. So Filthy Rich, right? He's trying to keep this secret, right? You notice that he's not printing out paperworks and stuff like that, right? He's handed you a piece of parchment that says that he is now willing to purchase the Treehouse of Harmony. He says to deliver this to Princess Twilight, where she will make the deal and sell it.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
That's not good at all.
What are the terms of the contract?
Oh, we have it in our hand. I think we can read it.
Well, it's a sealed envelope. He tells you what's in it, right? He says, "Oh, you guys are aware of this. I am here to purchase." He dabs his forehead and he says, "I am now ready to purchase the Treehouse of Harmony."
Oh, this makes a lot more sense.
No, it is greed.
Well, basically, to deliver it to Greed, yes.
No, he says this needs to be delivered to Twilight Sparkle.
No.
Yes, but I think it's connected to greed.
That's still an assumption. We don't know for sure.
You
Can we just
ask
go and start investigating things instead of speculating?
Oh, you guys got a good knack, but you guys ain't doing nothing. It's hilarious.
We haven't put any action.
Make sure we're doing it right. We're not right now. We're just trying to make sure we're doing it right instead of blindly leaping into the unknown based on speculation.
Okay. Okay.
Which is why we need evidence and why an investigation is warranted. So we need to go ask people. We need to talk to ponies in the town. We need to go look at the store. We need to talk to Twilight, probably.
He says you need to hurry and deliver this to Twilight. He hands you the note. Not a moment to delay. Or I will find a messenger pony who will do the job, since you can't even protect my daughter.
Okay, fine.
Okay, anybody besides me wanna find out who took Diamond, or
I mean, you could literally
anybody
ask Filthy Rich. You could talk to Filthy Rich.
Yeah.
Well, while we're here,
Mr. Filthy Rich.
He dabs his forehead and says, "What?"
Who took your daughter?
Who took your daughter? I mean, by who?
You said my daughter's missing. I don't know anything.
Was it?
I need you to deliver this message to Twilight Sparkle. I am ready to buy the Treehouse of Harmony.
Yes, we know.
Whatever she wants.
You want to use that to purchase your daughter's freedom.
I didn't say that.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't, but it's heavily implied.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
Is he being
mind as you're looking around?
Is he being truthful?
He's nervous. He is clearly sweating. He looks suspect as heck. You know all of this. Oh, yeah, Pinnacle. Oh, Scott, you don't see nothing.
Okay, would this
You
be
definitely see an invisible creature.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case.
I'm also going to do my own check.
Sure.
All right, so can I
I got an
attack the
8.
creature?
I mean, of course you may.
You're good.
Fabio, you see the invisible creature as well.
Without a word, I just use my telekinesis to freeze it in place.
Sure. Roll me a telekinesis. Oh, hello. You easily snare the creature.
And once it's snared, I point in its direction, right there.
It squeals.
And I'm not losing my concentration on this telekinesis. I'm just pointing where it is for the others.
I'll go grab it.
Place right there. Like before, right? You found an invisible creature in Filthy Rich's place. They simply just reinstalled another one.
Oh
You
dear.
currently have the.
It is
egg.
greed.
Shame we can't just filter things.
Release me! Release me! What are you doing?
Oh,
Keeping you from running away or doing anything else.
So Filthy Rich comes over and tries to stop you. He's like, "Stop! Whatever you're doing! Don't make it worse."
sorry,
I'm not-
Mr.
I
Filthy,
thought
but
you
we
didn't know
need to
anything
do
about
that.
deals with greed.
I'm not hurting him.
Sorry, Mr. Filthy, but we need to do this. We need some form of information so we can find out what's going on.
Who took Diamond Tiara? And where did she go?
Who are you talking to? Filthy Rich or the imp?
No, to the imp, I think.
Roll me a charm as you're attempting to intimidate it, right? Trying to tell me where's that? He laughs and he says, "Ha ha ha ha! My master's plan is in full effect. If you want to see your daughter again, you will give up the tree house."
So that's why Filthy Rich wants to buy the tree from Princess Twilight so he can ransom it for his daughter.
Yes, that's what we already sort of believed. This just reaffirms it.
Except
The imp-
Confirm.
Oh, man.
how we got evidence.
The imp smiles at you
Yep.
wickedly and says, "You know what will happen if my master doesn't get what he wants, Filthy Rich. You'll never see your daughter again."
I like it. And I am get up right to the imp and say, "Where are you hiding Diamond? Where are you hiding her?"
Roll me intimidation as you're attempting to.
That'd be charm, right?
That's correct, a charm.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to help him out here.
So you get an upgrade as you
Me
do
too.
this. So only one person can help at a time.
Oh, wait. Well,
Okay.
And so far, it's a roll off. So you get to upgrade your dice now, since you are assisting them. After defeat my 5.
so I get upgrade. Okay. Dang it.
Filthy little ponies. Why would they tell me anything?
And I just start laughing. Oh, that's right. You probably don't know anyway.
I mean, you're right. Why would they tell me anything?
Oh, because
Messenger.
Because if you don't know things, then you are an ineffective messenger.
Hey,
And moreover, expendable.
I know. I'm a delivery boy. I'm here to get results.
Yeah, and sometimes the delivery boys, when they don't have much information, kind of expendable if you don't have much information on you.
Oh, you may destroy me, but what will happen to Diamond Tiara? He looks at Filthy Rich and like smiles at him. He says, yes, go ahead and silence me and see if I care. As long as my master advances his plans.
Oh, we're not going to silence you.
Then release me.
We're not going to release you either.
Oh.
Oh, no, we have better choices for than that.
So guys, what should we do with this so-called delivery boy?
So, here's a good question. Is anybody taking the letter that Filthy Rich has delivered onto you?
Yes, I'll take the letter.
So Filthy Rich says, I don't care about this. I don't care about him. I want my daughter back. I need you to go to Princess Twilight's castle and get the deed to the treehouse. He says, this isn't negotiation. Or I will go and deliver it myself. My daughter's too important for this nonsense. You see that
What should we do?
He's growing more and more angry with you, right?
Yes, we're still sitting here talking.
Yeah. You guys are sitting there talking, and he's like, my daughter's life's at risk. You have one of her kidnappers, and he apparently doesn't know what he's talking about, right? He doesn't know where the daughter's at. And not only that, but you're risking his daughter's life by doing this.
Well, we have an idea where he is, but we need to know for sure. And the problem is figuring out, getting a confirmation of suspicion.
Okay. So how are you going to figure it out?
Cannot just assume.
Well, of course, Filthy has already decided that the only solution is to pay up. So,
I mean, does he have another option? They have his daughter.
they do.
He says, what is the other option? What other choice do I have?
Well, you can attempt to rescue your daughter directly. That's certainly an option.
He says, do you know where my daughter's at?
Oh, we have a pretty good idea. Are you familiar with the new store that just went up?
Yes, recently opened, yes.
Yes, and had you noticed, well, maybe you hadn't, maybe you had, that there were certain magics emanating from it that were compelling people to buy?
He shakes his head no. He's like, I haven't been in the store.
Oh, well, if you went into the store, you probably would end up buying a credit card, whether you wanted to or not. That's because the people and the creatures, etc., who are involved with the kidnapping of your daughter and incidentally trying to force you out of business as a competitor in the area or compel your cooperation, are running that store and using it to basically foist themselves upon all the ponies of Ponyville and increase the levels of greed in the area. So, it is underneath that building that your daughter is being held.
He says, well, there's your choices. He says, I'm going to go to Princess Twilight if you're going to go underneath the store.
Okay.
You have until I get the deed and everything else. That's how much time you have.
We know for sure that's where Diamond Tiara is.
Promise to keep my daughter safe. If you find
I'll do everything we can.
Because if
hey
if
guys,
she's not there, then we're in trouble.
You're in trouble anyway. I don't know if you've looked around.
yeah.
We'll be in worse trouble.
Not significantly. We still won't know where the daughter is, and we won't have one, and the deed will be assigned to greed.
Yeah.
That happens either way. So we have to take our chance, and I think we have really good evidence to suggest this is the case. We have, for instance, right here, a servant of greed who has clearly been making deals for the Treehouse of Harmony. So we know that greed is there because that's actually where Despair says greed is, and geez, Despair would know, has every incentive to want to go to the right place to defeat their competition. I don't know where else you would expect this to be taking place, unless Greed decided to send Diamond Tiara to the other side of the continent for no apparent reason. That really would be an odd choice, and given the short time period involved, it would basically be teleportation spells. Regardless, we need to go.
What does the party do?
Hey guys, I don't know if this is the right choice, at least for me, but I'm thinking about taking a beeline to that so-called store, and I'm probably gonna see what's going on.
Yes, going straight to the store is definitely the right idea. Want to be cautious about it.
Question is, are we in harmony on that decision?
I know. Oh, I'm sad and going to the store so we can get Diamond Tiara back.
So are we in harmony with that decision? Yes or no?
I
I
say
think anyone
yeah.
has disagreed
I
so
say
far.
yeah.
The party
We
heads
are in-
over to Flim Flam's Super Duper store.
Yes.
Yes.
How are you approaching this?
As customers, of course.
Excellent.
Who else would they want to come in and have a look at everything?
Head over to Flim Flam's Super Duper store. A big sign is up. Everything is hopping and bopping, buying and selling. People seem to be happy as they come out and they wave at you friendly.
Actually,
You quickly understand that prices are still half off.
I assume they will be for quite some time.
I kind of noticed something over here on the corner right here.
True.
Some kind of paper that's on the ground.
So this is like the DM. It says "read me." That's for me. It's a piece of trash.
Yeah. Okay.
It's my notes.
Ew.
Good to know. We'll ignore that for the time being.
So here's a good question. What are you doing with the imp? I assume you're taking him with you?
No, we should just go throw him in the cage next to the other one that we've already got at the school.
We'd have to rush it to the School of Friendship and throw him in the cage with the other.
Yeah, we would.
Sure. Okay.
Taking him to the store is going to be a really, really bad idea.
Okay.
Which one of us should take him over there?
We can split the party here if we need to.
I mean, I think it'd only take like one of us to get him over. Or maybe two.
It's a binding
Yes.
ritual.
End of the point.
I don't think he can resist it. You stick him in there. Yeah. You easily do
What?
so.
Once he's in there, I rush back to my friends.
You approach Flim Flam Super Duper store. Inside, you see all manners of goodies.
Excellent.
If you open up items, or was it game related, you can find that there are certain items that you can purchase here that are half off. Flim Flam is currently dealing with a crystal pony that they're, of course, trying to swindle out of or swindle a credit card to. As you enter into the store, they smile and wave at you and say, "Welcome, friends. Welcome. What can we do for you?"
Oh,
It's good to see you back.
I'm just dancing and smiling, keeping up with the facade of being a happy customer.
Welcome, welcome. Enter, enter.
I try to do the same thing as Fabio.
People of note that you are looking around, you see
I'm just looking.
Capper, you see Mona Bella, you see Breezy Big Mouth, you see Firefly, you see Bright Light, and you see Moon Petal, and you see actually some crystal guards here as well. This seems to be in shopping on vacation.
They got quite the list of names here.
And then, of course, I'm still dancing around, smiling, and Iron Will.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You see what appears to be a giant Minotaur leaning against what appears to be some sort of entryway. Seems to be the back room of sorts. And he says, what can I do for you, customer?
Oh, let's see. How to distract him. I'm not speaking that openly, of course.
You also notice that he has two pigs, Mr. Piggy and Mrs. Piggy, currently right next to him.
Do they happen to look like the imps we've been encountering?
They do not. They look like regular pigs.
Is Ironwheel guarding the stairs?
He seems to be the security here, yes. It says nobody's allowed in the back room, if that's what you're asking. All of our current merchandise is out.
I think we need something.
Just looking around, seeing what's in different areas.
Caps, as you're like looking around, go ahead and roll me a charisma check as you're trying to hide yourself.
Charisma.
Yes.
Charm.
So charm.
Yep. It's D12. D12. Hey there, little Pegasus. What are you looking for? Casper wanders up to you and sees that you're not shopping. He looks you up and down. And he says, "What you doing here, little Pegasus?"
Just looking around, minding my own business. Nothing too much going on.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen that there's some interesting stuff.
You wouldn't be looking to steal anything, would you?
Not really, no.
No, you're not the criminal type. Sorry about that. Wanders over. What does the rest of the party do? You see assortment of customers and everything else here.
And we also have Ironwheel for guarding the staircase there.
Yes, he's guarding the back room. I mean, he's hard to miss. Like, you can see him, like, towering over the aisles, right? He seems currently bored as, like, customers go around.
I'll try. Oh, you're looking bored and unhappy about this. You should try dancing. Look at the Flim Flam brothers. They're doing it. Everyone else is happy, and I'll just start dancing for the Minotaur and the pigs.
Sure. He's going to say, "Beat it, kid. I'm on the job." He's going to attempt to intimidate you off.
And I'm just smiling and laughing, and then just start dancing, turning on the charm.
Sure.
Or just inspire him to dance.
Can I help in accompanying somehow?
I don't know if he has higher than a 20. So I think he's already maxed out on dancing.
It is maxed.
Yeah.
Okay.
He starts dancing along with you. He's like, yeah, I can get into this dance move. He does the shuffle, right?
Right.
As he does the box step truffle shuffle. What's everyone else doing as you're dancing with?
I then start thinking to myself. I start thinking to myself. I think I have an idea.
Oh, ideas are good.
Yeah, I think I have an. I start. Apparently, that's what I start thinking. Is that I kind of have an idea about what I could do here. And then I go over to my cat. What was the name again?
Casper. The cat. Yeah.
Oh, Casper. Hey, hey, Casper.
Shoot. What you want?
Friendly
little poet?
ghost.
Capper. Dapper call. Pause. Yep. Capper.
Oh, Capper. All right. Hey, Capper. Is there something you're looking for?
He said, "Yeah, well, roll me a charm." Nothing that you can help me with, unfortunately.
Just wanted to ask, that's all. Yeah. And then she starts thinking, and I start thinking to myself, I wonder what, and I start thinking to myself, I wonder what would happen if I bought something for everyone that's in here, almost everyone, but then give it to them for a lot less price. Or at least just give it to them. That's pretty much what I'm thinking to myself about.
For it. You'll like free stuff.
I love free stuff. Yeah.
And then this pony right here, what's her name?
Hi, my name is Mona Bella.
Hey, Monabella. Quick question. Is there something that you might be looking for?
She says, "There's all types of stuff. I'm currently here for a sewing kit."
Sewing kit. Sewing kit. Okay.
Have you seen this new shiny credit card? You want to buy it with this?
No thanks. I'd rather buy it with my own bit.
Have you seen this new sewing machine? I'm going to buy this instead. It's a little out of my price range, but I can afford it with this. You see
I
her,
don't
like,
see
upgrading,
those.
right?
Immediately.
Sewing. I don't see the sewing kit on here.
So you don't see like the what's it?
Is it the?
So
This guy.
I assume you're going to purchase something for her.
Yeah.
She seems to be upgrading.
Oh.
I think it's under items. Yeah, equipment's.
Oh,
there it is, right?
where is that?
What is it? It's under kits. Yep. Art kits, cleaning kits, cooking kits, grooming kits, disguise kits. So it'd be probably under like hobby.
Okay. Actually, hey Miss, sorry, what was your name again, Miss?
My name's Mona Bella.
Oh, Monabelle, how about I buy you that sewing kit that you want?
Sure. I'm actually going to go buy that sewing machine. I can afford that. It's a little out of my price range, but I can afford that. She looks at the sewing machine, which is about double the cost.
Jeez. Oh, no, you can't afford that.
Remember,
So how
everything's
much
at half
is it?
price. Remember, everything's at half price.
So how much is it?
It's 50
for-
bits. So it's normally 100 bits, but it's currently 50 bits.
So how about I buy that kit for you?
She says, "Oh, that's not necessary. I got this credit card."
Are you sure? Are you sure? I don't mind helping you. You get it. I don't mind.
She smiles and says, "That's very generous of you, but I can buy it."
No. I insist.
So do you lead her to the cashier?
Yeah, lead her to the cashier.
Sure.
There we go. So where is the cashier?
So right here, this would be the zebra right here.
Oh, hello. I like to get this sewing. I like to get
Welcome to Flam Flam Super Duper Store. How can I help you? Are you satisfied with your purchase and stay today?
Yeah, actually, there's a sewing kit that my friend right here wants to get, but I want to help pay it for her.
Of course. He rings you up. Mark off 50 butts as she gets the sewing machine. She says, "Thank you very much."
No problem. I hope you have a good rest of your day, Miss.
She begins to leave. She leaves out the door. What is everyone else doing?
Engaging in other random acts of generosity, because why not?
So is everybody going to be escorting people out of the place and buying stuff? That's my question.
Yeah. Yes. I go to the nearest customer and ask them what are they looking for.
So I assume you're heading over to Breezy. We can actually speed this up, right? So how many customers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Capper is not 1. 7. There are 7 of them, right? Are you buying what they're wanting?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Give me a second here. 7 of them.
And then I go over to.
It'll be 300 bits in total in order to get all the customers out. 350 bits.
That's
I go over
surprisingly
to
cheap.
this pony here. I fly over to this pony and say, "Hello, what's your name?"
I'm Firefly.
Firefly.
Everybody starts lining up, right? Everybody starts lining up. It's like,
Oh, Firefly.
I'll buy your crap for you.
Catching on here.
Oh, hey Firefly. So anything you're looking for that I could help with?
She says, "Yes, I am interested in a clock. But not just any
Okay.
clock. A Twilight Sparkle limited edition clock."
They're getting demanding, I see.
Yep.
That's a good one. That's actually a very good one.
Mm-hmm. Once again, it's 50 bits as she... I assume you check them out, right?
Yep, I'm checking her out.
She says, "Awesome. Thank you very much." She leaves the store.
Yep.
The next one comes up to you and says, "I'm buying me a rare book."
Rare book?
Mm-hmm.
Like what kind of book? What kind of story would it be?
She says it's about the stars. It's an astronomical book.
Ooh, astrology. That's always a good learning book.
It's very,
Don't
very
worry,
fun.
I got you covered.
She says, "Oh, thank you very much."
Yeah,
She checks out
yep.
and leaves.
Yep. So I'll just mark off 100 for those two.
The next one comes up to you and says, I'm buying me a brand new helmet.
Ooh, brand new helmet.
Yeah, I'm trying out for the City Guard. My name's Moon. Moon Petal.
Oh, very nice name. I like that. Very nice name.
Next one comes up to you
Okay,
and says,
next up.
Hello, I'm Crystal. I am looking for a brand new saddlebag.
Ooh, what would the saddlebag be for?
It's for my family. It's helped to
Your
deliver
family?
products. Yes.
Oh,
You need to put on a red suit and a white beard.
What
Saddlebags.
kind of product would that be? What kind of product would that be, miss? That you'll be selling?
She says that I am a pony bomb maker.
Oh.
I help make.
Okay, I'll get that saddlebag for you. I'll buy it for you.
Says thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. Okay, next up.
I am Dark Rain, and I'm here for. Let's see here. Can't get that. He says I am here for a cooking book.
What kind of cooking book would that be?
Apparently, it's pastas and homemade cuisines.
Oh, that's a really good one. Okay, no worries. I gotcha.
He smiles in appreciation and leaves. Breezy Big Mouth.
Okay. Yep.
She says,
Come on
I'm a world eater. I'm buying a bunch of food. You
really?
see her. Yep. She says, I practice for the tournaments around here. I am buying me a bunch of extravagant meals. She buys 5 of them.
Ooh.
She can barely,
Okay.
barely carry them. She's so small. However, as you're like purchasing them, she eats one of them solid. Like,
Okay. Oh. Hello?
hello.
Oh, you're that pony.
I am. Yes. I just bought this credit card, but I'm cool that you're giving away stuff. I'm here getting a brand new
Hey, a brand new what?
cart.
What happened to your old heart?
The wheel broke off.
Cart.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. Don't worry, I got your back. No worries.
Thank you very much.
So
Appreciate
you say for all that's 300?
it. Casper comes up to you and says, "Hello, friend. What you doing there?"
I'm just helping out a bunch of ponies and creatures get what they need.
Seems like you're emptying out this place.
Yep, just being as generous as possible.
Strange.
That makes you the best customer. Buying everything.
It says, "You buying everything for everyone?"
As much as I can.
He smiles and says, "Excellent." He says, "I'm going to buy these gems."
Ooh, what kind of gems? Ruby, sapphire, emerald, topaz?
He says, "Diamonds."
Ooh, those are the best ones. Oh, for me.
Roll me a die 100,000.
Die 100,000.
Yep. Let's see how much these diamonds are.
So the slash
Roll. Yep.
R1 D100,000, right?
I believe that's 6 zeros. Yep.
D.
No, 5
Is
zeros.
it 5?
6 zeros would be.
Yeah, it's 5 zeros.
3, 4, 5. Yeah,
6.
okay, that's fine.
6 zeros is a million.
Yep.
That's more
So
zeros
it'll
than.
be slash R1
Yep.
space D100,000.
Yep. One.
A lot of zeros.
Yep.
10000. Oh yeah, 0.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
And here we go.
See what you got.
Unrecognized command.
I got you.
It's too big a number. The computer can't handle it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woof.
Oh boy.
Says excellent. Thank you very much, friend. Mark off 87,000.
Jeez. That was a mistake.
We even have that much.
Flim
Mr.
flam.
Capper.
No.
Mr. Capper.
Yeah.
I don't think I have enough bits for those diamonds. I'm sorry, but
He smiles and he says,
I wish I did.
oh, don't worry about it. He says, you can put it on your credit card.
Did you say 1,000 or 10 or 100,000?
Well, I mean, it came out to 87,006.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn that it was at 1,000, unless I heard that wrong.
I said 100,000.
Oh, it was at 100,000. Okay.
That's why I thought it was 6, not 5. But that's fine. This will work out just as well. He said, so Flim Flam like walk up to you, right, and say, don't worry. You can put it on his credit card. You just have to sign the bottom line.
Ha, 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 ha.
So, I'm just thinking to myself right now. Let's see. So, all I'd have to do is sign the bottom, right? And he'd get the diamonds.
That's correct.
So simple.
Sign the bottom line. Casper like looks at you and kind of gives you that smiling, cocky grin. He's like, "You're such a good friend, the bestest of friends." So here's the question, Lucky, do you sign the contract?
Don't do it.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm sorry, Capper.
What? Why not?
It's too much for me. It kind of put me on an overload that I can't undo.
But this is half off.
Stupid overpriced gems.
I just...
To be clear, yeah, the gems are double this, worth double the value.
I'm sorry, but... I'm sorry, but it's just overly too much for me. I can't. I wish there was something else I could get for you, but these diamonds are just way, way over my head.
Casper seems a little disappointed, and Flim Flam says, "Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Casper. We're going to have to put these diamonds up." And Casper like holds up his paw and says, "I'll sign." Flim Flam like look at each other, right? Then they look back at Lucky Sparks and says, "Fine, go ahead and sign the contract, Mr. Capper." Mr. Capper signs the contract and leaves. So strange. Flim Flam say together. So odd. They look at you, right? And they say, well, Mr. Sparks, is it, yes?
My name is Lucky Sparks. I guess you can just call me Lucky.
Seem to be very generous with your coin. Do you want anything spectacular? Anything on the house? Seem to be a big money roller here.
And now it's a casino.
Nah, I'm perfectly fine with my deed that I did.
Oh, you can pick out anything you want here, less than 10 bits. We'll give it to you for free.
I have a suggestion, if I may. We'd like a backstage tour. See the whole operation and your amazing business acumen in action.
Of course.
Well, if it's possible, like in any way possible, could I somehow see what it's like in the back area, if it is possible?
Oh, sure, yes, Mr. Spark, right?
Just call me Lucky.
Sure, Lucky. Come with us. We'll show you around.
Okay.
Come with us. They begin guiding you down into the basement. What is everybody else doing as everybody begins emptying out of the store?
Oh, we're surreptitiously following Mr. Lucky there.
Oh,
I am,
I'm
anyway.
sorry. Are these your friends?
Yes, these are my friends.
I'm sorry. If they want the tour, they're going to have to spend 10 bits if they want the tour.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think we can afford that.
I think I'll
Everybody give up 10 bits.
Yes.
I don't have bits.
Then I'll give you some of mine.
10 bits is not a significant imposition on any of our budgets.
Well, I just paid for yours as well.
Oh, well, okay then.
So generous. So generous. As they count out the bits, right? As they're inspecting each of the coins, right? Inspecting each of the coins as they count them up. They say, Mr. Iron will guide you downstairs. Just follow him. We'll be
Iron
up here
Will.
if you guys need anything. Iron Will rolls his eyes and he's like, all right, kids, keep arms and arms to yourselves. Don't grab anything off the assembly lines. Follow me.
Okay. Well, I guess we're following Iron Will. Doesn't seem like a great idea, but...
You guys descend into the depths. Upon the first layer, you hear what appears to be filing. A bunch of work. Papers being printed and a whole bunch of stuff going on. He says, Welcome to our first layer of amazing sauce. This is where we keep all of our inventory. This is where we keep our paperwork, receipts, contracts, and deals. He's looks around, and you see little imps running around and little flying bats, taking scrolls back and forth and organizing everything. It says here at the Flim Flam Super Duper store, we have some of the best employees. He goes and shows you this month's employee, and you see Iron Will with his thumb up. He says, yes, this is some of our best employees. The little pig imps and stuff are running around paying no attention to you as they are quickly organizing receipts, taking care of debts, bills, and other things. It says, yes, this is where the paperwork is done. It says, none of that exciting until you go into the next area. Follow me. Are you following?
Well, I actually was tempted to ask a question as to why imps make better employees.
Oh, they'll literally work themselves to death.
Oh, that's impressive dedication.
I know, right? Some of the best hardworking employees ever.
Huh.
You see like a bat like collapse and fall with a scroll, and like Iron Will's like, "Get me another one! Get me another one!" And Imp hurries over and like grabs the fallen bat and eats it, and another little bat comes flying up. He goes back to his work.
So where do you hire them from exactly? Is there an employment agency?
Oh, we'll get to that. Just wait and see. We'll get there. Let's go ahead and head on down to the next level. In the next level is nothing but a bunch of steam work. You see stills, ironworks, all types of industrial production as he guides you further down into the depths. He says, this is where we make all of our metal tools. This is where we can get cheap equipment. Is everybody here? I don't see everybody.
Well,
am I missing somebody?
Might as well just put myself down.
Yeah, there we go.
Whoops.
Oh,
Yeah, making sure everybody's here. Athena, I don't see you. That's who we're missing.
Well, we can take care of that really quick.
There you go. It's like, where's everybody at?
Get that over there.
On this level, you see two grub pigs and what appears to be some sort of warrior pig. He's like grunting and like working on like some smithing equipment and running some stills. They like glance back at you as if this is a common event and then go back to their work. He says, yes, this is where we produce all of our alcohol and spirits and stuff. Helps keep the little ones running, if you know what I mean. He says, do you have any questions before we continue our tour?
How strong is the alcohol you make here?
Spirits, you mean?
Oh, spirits, yeah. Well, whatever you're drinking.
It depends on the customer, whatever the customer wants.
Oh, I see. So this is not for so much local consumption.
Indeed. We make all types of products here. Shall we continue down?
Yes,
I'm just looking around everywhere. I'm just looking around at all the different areas, just keeping silent.
Sure, roll me a mind as you're looking around this place.
I'm going to keep my senses alert for anything suspicious, particularly a little pony with a crown on her head.
Excellent. Lucky Sparks, you quickly realize that these creatures are armed. They have weapons.
I mean, we're not terribly surprised.
Let me see here. You also see assortment of like tabs and orders. You realize that this is like where they manufacture weapons as well. See a weapons table. You see all types of weapons. Anything else as we continue our tour?
I don't think this is the type of store that would sell weapons, right?
So upstairs you saw armor and stuff like this. You saw armor. There's no armor crafting in this section, but they are making weapons here.
It's not normal for a store to be making weapons.
I ask who purchases these weapons?
So Iron Will like scratches his chin and he says, "Well, customers do, of course."
What? Were they? I didn't see any weapons for sale up top. So.
We just had a big shipment here. I think it was a bunch of griffins who bought this. The last shipment.
Griffinster battle.
Said that they were at war with somebody. I don't know. Who isn't at war with anybody, right? Iron Will continues down into the depths. Who's following?
I'm following.
Following behind.
Of course, I'm following.
I'll keep moving. Enjoying the tour so far.
Yeah, so far.
This is an incredibly disturbing sight. You quickly find it meets weapons. This seems to be the butchery shop.
Oh. They're making glue.
Quickly find it disturbing. It says, yes, this is the location where people cannot pay their bills. This is where this is the repo center.
Oh.
We take them and sell what we can out of them.
Seems excessive.
You see what appears to be a massive demon hog currently like rooting around and like sniffing stuff, right? It, like wanders over to you and like grunts like once again, you see what appears to be like some sort of skirmish pig and warrior pig. You see bats like carrying scrolls up and down, delivering messages. It seems to be like this hell hog in charge as it like grunts and says, "Get back to work, pigs." They squeal in fear and get back to carving up whatever they were cooking.
Okay.
Iron Will says, shall we continue the tour? Keeps
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes.
How disturbing.
Very much so. They have a very odd way of dealing with debtors here.
You head down. A massive creature blazing in fire. Currently is smithing on a hammer. You hear this chink, chink, chink. You see pigs and armor. This is where you believe the armor is currently being forged, as it is currently a massive dark forge spirit. Seems to be smithing away. A pony in armor is currently burning. He glances over at Iron Will and he says, What are you doing, Iron Will? Iron Will's like, oh, I'm just giving them a tour. And like the iron-clad pony that's on fire like turns and looks at the Dark Forge Spirit. And the Dark Forge Spirit like shrugs. And he says, I hope they paid well. Iron Will's like, yeah, they paid about 10 bits. And the Dark Forge Spirit like shrugs in reply and goes back to chink, chink, chink. Massive sparks are like burning off, right? As he like dips the iron into the water. It says, this is where we make all of our armor and stuff. This is also where we have our coal and all types of equipment. A demon hog kind of like runs across. That's currently on fire, right? You've seen this demon hog before, and it like grunts at you and goes, "Who want these?" Iron Will's like, "Oh, I'm just giving these guys a tour." And the demon hog's like, "These are the ones that have the crystal book, you idiot." And this is where we end this episode.
Yeah. I'd say that's a good
surprise.
I have a bad feeling that our cover might have been blown.
Well, this is why we hid the crystal book and the coin somewhere else.
Oh God, this is terrible. This is where we end the episode right here, and we will see you folks in the next one.
We're going to have to battle or